This is where my Army story began back in 1987, my senior year of high school at Pasco High. I'd come over here after taking the ASVAB test and walked in this door right here. And I went and spoke with a Sergeant First Class, Stephen Motzinger. Still remember his name very well. The whole process was a very vivid experience for me, vivid memory. I went in this door here, spoke with him, and within a week's time, I had entered at that time the delayed entry program, future soldier program now. And again, that was in 1987. In 1988, I graduated from Pasco High School. I walked through these doors again, got in a car, went up to the MEP station in Spokane, Washington, and enlisted in the U.S. Army. I got out of the Army in 1991, and when I came back in the Army in 1997, I actually re-enlisted in this exact same building. And to take it a step further, when I volunteered to become a recruiter, my recruiting assignment put me right here once again at the Kennewick Recruiting Station in Kennewick, Washington. So this is an important place for me. A lot of good memories from my Army story, and this is where it all began. I was raised in a town in eastern Washington, Pasco, Washington specifically, and I had a lot of great memories of growing up, both with the friends that I had made as a youngster, going through high school. Music was a big part of me. I played the trumpet, played the euphonium, played the bass drum in the marching band, and those were all great memories for me. Little League baseball, just great things going on. I had an older brother and two younger sisters, so we were always there for each other. Did a lot of fighting, I'm sure, just like every other kid does, but great memories nonetheless.
Jamie was a pretty easy guy to get along with in school. He involved in sports and activities, got the grades, loved the music department, got along with anybody and everybody, and really the type of kid that we like to have here at Pasco High, and the kind of kid that exemplifies the city of Pasco, Washington.
Hello. From the moment I went to my mom and my dad, it was, we totally support what you're doing, and they've always been that way, always supportive in all my decisions that I've made.
I think he come home and says, I'm joining the Army.
When he said he was going to the Army, I thought, ooh, this is going to be a tough one on him.
Being 17 years old, when I enlisted, they both had to sign the paperwork stating that I could do so. And I still remember to this day when I left Spokane, Washington to leave for Fort McClellan, Alabama on July 28th, 1988. I'll never forget my dad standing there at the airport and standing there next to me all the way up until I gave him my boarding pass and getting on that plane. And that was, like I said, the first time that I'd really been away from home. And I know as a father now, I can probably relate to what my dad was feeling at that point in time. A little bit of sadness that one of his boys was going away, but also I could tell the pride that he had, knowing that I was going on to do something with myself. I went to basic training at Fort McClellan, Alabama back in 1988 after graduating high school. And it was tough. I wouldn't say it was tougher than I thought it'd be. I went into it expecting it to be difficult. They turn you into this soldier, from a civilian to a soldier. I think the biggest thing that changed in me was the self-discipline, the selflessness. Growing up as a kid, it was really all I ever had to worry about was me, and suddenly you find yourself a part of something bigger than just yourself.
He liked the Army and what it done for him. He made him, let's say, a lot more responsible, and he had the responsibility to represent the Army, and he enjoyed that.
More so than any other form of music, country music stands for what I call America. There's probably not a greater honor that you can do than to serve your country, and personally I think it takes a lot of intestinal fortitude.
My family is what's most important to me in this life. I met my wife 18 years ago. This past October we celebrated our 18th anniversary. My wife is truly the epitome of what an Army spouse is. And granted, I'm not in Iraq right now, and I'm not in Afghanistan, I'm not in Korea, I'm not on an unaccompanied tour somewhere, but every time I leave, she has to do the exact same things that all of our Army spouses have to do when their loved ones are away, and she's just incredible. My family is so supportive of what I do. They know how much I love what I do. And it's not just the music, it's being a soldier and being able to tell my Army story through my music It's just an absolute privilege, and they truly understand that. The Army provides for us. You know, don't get me wrong, we're not millionaires and we're not living high on the hog, but we have a very comfortable quality of life, and it's because of the Army.
Jamie's example is an excellent example of how the Army can provide for their family, and just the lifestyle that we've had has been very exciting.
I'd recommend the Army, or, well, I'm prejudiced, so I recommend the Army because it has taught him so much.
I think he's the kind of person that is a great ambassador, not just for the military, but for music too. Because, you know, it's possible for nice guys to finish first.
I do write a lot of my own music. Not every single song on our albums have been written by me, but I do write at least half of every album that I've done. But there are a lot of songs that are truly me. For example, one of the songs is called We've Got Everything, and that was a song about my wife who went through some issues involving some cancer a few years back.
3 little boys, 1 little girl, reminding you and me of what we do have in this world. By the grace of God, we've got everything we will ever need. As long as we have each other, no matter what life may bring. Oh, we've got everything.
Probably one of the most poignant songs that I feel I've written that had the most impact to me, especially as a soldier, was a song called I'd Do It All Over Again. It's a song we've dedicated to our combat veterans, past, present, and future. And it's a song of reflection from a soldier standpoint, that in spite of all the hardships that we go through as soldiers, in spite of all the hardships we go through as Army families, that I would do it all over again.
I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. My name is Sergeant First Class Jamie Buckley, and I am Army Strong. To find out how you can become Army Strong, visit GoArmy.com.